Hey, Captain. So, Junlei and I, she sent me a poem. I don't know if I should read into it. Oh, Law. It's about this engine that... I don't want to get too hopeful. I don't know where it's... I'm not much... It's been a problem in the past. Thanks, Captain. I actually had another message... Let's see here. They were... I don't know. Captain, I'm feeling all... Come on, Captain. I'm full serious. Next time we're on the...
Captain, I am pleased to inform you that we have successfully landed on Tartarus. Please be advised that electrical storms on the surface of Tartarus make departure impossible at this time. Resident count is as follows. The interior can be chilly. I would also ask that you leave your captain's... Understood. Oh, speak of the devil.
You're the backup, right? From Akande? These bloodthirsty sprat bags have... Good. Came through a while ago. You've got to help us. Please, kill them. Their biometric ID? I'm never... Bust through. Oh, Law. Tartarus security...
Transmission terminated. How can I be... Take care.
Work's done, Captain.
What was that?
Here they come. Gotta admit, I'm not too keen on walking into a prison. They lock me up, I'm liable to kill everyone trying to get back out.
This might be the loneliest place in the whole system.
Whew. We have a lot of shooting to do, Captain.
No!
The last of them. Here they come.
Imagine being locked up in a place like this. Just the weight of all that stone and...
Here they come.
Great.
Oh, you are in for it.
right, MSI. I'm not one for out speeches, but the captain needs our help. So, get in there and...
Something's not right. Out of ammo! Reloading!
Forward, Cap! Here they come! Behind you, Captain! Here they come! Everyone all right?
What was that?
Look out!
What the?
All right, MSI. I'm not one for our speeches, but the captain needs our help. So, get in there and fight!
Wait for the ammo.
You okay, Captain? Here they come!
Here they come.
Incoming!
Incoming! Forward, Cap!
System beginning to...
We ain't gonna have time to stop shooting.
When I pulled you out of the hope, I never imagined you'd turn me over to the board. Planting a bug. We could have saved this colony, you know. That was always the plan. I revive you if you just listen to me. What? Oh, is this thing not working? Oh, wait a minute. If you think I'm going to admit defeat and throw myself at the Don't you tell me what to do with my blood pressure. My heart rate is within a perfectly acceptable... Don't worry about me. Worry about what I'm with. But, I'll tell you... So, you found... Yes, I've killed... Yes. I never... I unleashed you on... Reviving you. My life's work has been an... I've programmed the lab... You were my great...
coming!
traitor!
Thank the law you're here. That madman was out of control. You were right to put him down. And what about you? I'm not hurt. You've put down the work. We don't have a moment to... We've lost all 2 years ago.
So we've got to make do on...
We must find a way to carry...
You mean...
You sound frightened, Miss Holcomb. We're alone, Captain. Yes, we do have... You're the reason I'm... It's time we carried... I'm pleased to hear. I'll see to it that we're on our own now.
The OSI teaches that everything in the universe happens according to the grand plan. But the stranger that arrived in Halcyon was an unplanned variable. From the moment he landed in Emerald Vale, his actions altered the course of history. The riots in Tartarus ended in a total victory for the board. Without any significant threats to challenge their power, the board asserted their control over the colony. The lifetime employment program began immediately, and the people of Halcyon did exactly what they were expected to do. They obeyed. Sophia Akande converted the labyrinth from a prison to a processing center. She jettisoned the original colonists out of the Hope and transformed the ship into a massive storage facility. One by one, the workers of Halcyon... The riots in Tartarus ended from the moment he landed in Emerald Vale. The OSI teaches that everything in the universe happens according to the grand plan. But the stranger that arrived in Halcyon was an unplanned variable. From the moment he left... The riots in Tartarus ended in a total victory for the board. Without any The riots in Tartarus ended in a total victory for the board. Without any significant threats to challenge their power, the board asserted their control over the colony. The lifetime employment program began immediately, and the people of Halcyon did exactly what they were expected to do. They obeyed. Sophia Akande converted the labyrinth from a prison to a processing center. She jettisoned the original colonists out of the Hope and transformed the ship into a massive storage facility. One by one, the workers of Halcyon surrendered themselves to the program. They arrived with their families and their friends, their colleagues and their neighbors, and then, one by one, they marched into their stasis chambers. As the workers of Halcyon slept in their hibernation chambers, their settlements became ghost towns, left behind by the board to be reclaimed by nature. Only Byzantium remained, a shining beacon of civilization in an otherwise abandoned colony. The people of Byzantium spent the rest of their days gorging themselves on their stockpile of resources. As for the workers of Halcyon, they never felt the effects of the collapse. They never felt anything at all. The board's focus on Byzantium closed the door on much of Sanjar's civil liberties movement. As the last few townships withered away, MSI had little room to grow. Ever the savvy businessman, however, Sanjar pivoted and established Stellar Bay as the colony's supplier of luxury seafood. Catering to the elite, MSI was allowed to continue operations as a member of the Halcyon board, and became more successful than Sanjar could ever have dreamed. Edgewater's cannery met its production quota for the first time in 3 years. As a result, the adjutant rewarded every worker in Edgewater with a place in the lifetime employment program. Reed Dobson, was granted 25 years in suspended animation. However, a computing error adjusted his duration to 250 years. A trouble ticket to resolve this error remains open. While the groundbreaker remained mechanically stable, the changing times forced Junlei Tennyson to make some difficult calls on behalf of her community. The work of maintaining independence was an uphill climb, and she found herself caving to bad faith compromises with the board. Time will tell if the groundbreaker can endure. As smaller settlements were swallowed up and their workers drafted into the Lifetime Employment Program, Byzantium continued to thrive. While its citizens lived in decadence and extravagance, a small cadre of scientists worked to solve the nutrition crisis that threatened Halcyon. No one else much noticed the townships that disappeared from the map, or the luxuries that slowly lost their luster year by year. Though Parvati eventually grew comfortable aboard the Unreliable, she never quite came out of her shell. She seemed to prefer the company of Ada to the crew, and she could often be found neck-deep in cables and grease, telling Ada funny stories from her childhood. As the board began to roll out their Lifetime Employment Program, Parvati was plagued by dreams of freezing to death. She began taking increasingly longer shore leaves, and she eventually disappeared from the Unreliable entirely. The board never knew what became of her, and under the adjutant's orders, they never tried to find out. Parvati was afforded a measure of peace and left to her own devices. As hard as she tried to drink them away, Nyoka's memories eventually overcame her. Traveling with the crew served as a constant reminder of the family she'd lost, and so she eventually returned to Monarch to get back to what she found most comfortable: the deep end of a bottle and the far end of a trail. Few have seen her since, but travelers often swear they hear her and her machine gun in the night, screaming swears and spitting bullets. Before his untimely death, Captain Alex Hawthorne had plans to restore and modify, for combat purposes, a sanitation and maintenance automechanical that he'd found in a state of disrepair in Emerald Vale's scrapyard. That unit remains broken down and forgotten in the Unreliable supply closet to this day. Though Minister Clark was eventually released from house arrest, long years of isolation left him a changed man, little suited for bureaucratic work or for the colony that was changing around him. He remained in his estate largely by choice, fading from public view. Adjutant Sophia Akande was instrumental in executing the Lifetime Employment Program. While the rest of Byzantium celebrated, Sophia returned to work by partnering with you. The two of you worked hard to ensure the Lifetime Employment Program ran smoothly. With Halcyon's workers suspended in a state of hibernation, starvation and chaos are problems of the past. The Lifetime Employment Program succeeded in its goals, but that success came at a price. The Halcyon of today is nothing at all like the colony of yesteryear. Power remains concentrated in Byzantium, but all the colony's resources serve the lifestyle of the elite, thereby transforming Halcyon into one of the smallest and most exclusive colonies in the system. And what about you, the unplanned variable in the history of Halcyon? After the riots on Tartarus came to an end, you threw in your support with Sophia Akande. While Akande administered the board herself, you oversaw the Lifetime Employment Program, stamping out corruption and negligence. Under your leadership, the program ran smoothly. Halcyon's workers were treated with a modicum of dignity. Your involvement kept the board honest and allowed the board scientists to work without the meddling of bureaucracy. No one knows what's happened to Earth, and no one knows what the future has in store for Halcyon. All we know for certain is this: the name of the Unreliable and that of its intrepid captain will remain the subject of countless stories for years to come.